and you're watching the recap of the day on AzVision TV with Leyla Orujeva. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev received Director of the Foreign Intelligence Service of the Russian Federation Sergei Naryshkin. The sides discussed the successful development of strategic partnership between Azerbaijan and Russia and exchanged views on the prospects of bilateral relations. The sides also touched upon regional security issues. The Azerbaijani parliament tabled the draft law on employment today. The law consists of 5 chapters and 30 articles and includes self-employment, professional standards, vacancy bank, insurance and other social issues. The MPs adopted the law at the first reading. Over the past 24 hours, Armenian armed forces have violated the ceasefire along the contact line between Azerbaijani and Armenian troops 113 times using heavy machine guns, reports the Azerbaijani Defense Ministry. The ministry also reports that the OSCE is expected to monitor the border of Azerbaijan and Armenia tomorrow. The monitoring will be held under the mandate of the personal representative of the OSCE chairperson in office in the direction of Azerbaijan's Gazakh district. Azerbaijan stands ready to continue negotiations with sensible political forces in Armenia in order for the Armenia-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict to be settled in accordance with international law and the UN Security Council's relevant resolutions, said Hikmet Hajiyev, spokesperson for the Azerbaijani Foreign Ministry, while commenting on a possible impact of the change of power in Armenia on the settlement of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict.
Following the end of Serge Sargsyan's regime of military dictatorship, we hope for sensible political forces to come to power in Armenia. As a consequence of the policy the Sargsyan regime pursued to suppress Armenian people, no visible progress was achieved to resolve the conflict. We stand ready to continue negotiations with sensible political forces in Armenia in order for the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict to be settled in accordance with international law and the UN Security Council's relevant resolutions. An early peaceful solution to the conflict will help ensure lasting peace and security in the region and open up new opportunities for comprehensive regional cooperation.
The UN urges the sides of the Armenia-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict to intensify efforts towards a peaceful negotiated solution to the conflict. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said in a statement on the recent developments in Armenia. The Secretary-General calls for the continued respect of the rule of law and human rights, as well as for the maintenance of peace and stability in Armenia and the wider region. The Secretary-General seizes this opportunity to echo the recent appeal by the OSCE's Minsk Group co-chairs, urging all sides to prevent any potential escalations along the line of contact and to intensify efforts towards a peaceful negotiated solution to the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. The Kremlin said on Tuesday it did not regard political tumult in Armenia, a Russian ally, as a Ukraine-style revolution and was pleased that the situation there appeared stable for now, commenting a day after Armenian Prime Minister Serge Sargsyan resigned after almost 2 weeks of mass street protests that plunged Armenia into political crisis.
For now, we see that the situation is not unfolding in a destabilizing way, which is a cause for satisfaction. We hope that order and stability will be maintained in the country and the outlines of a consensus political configuration will appear in the near future.
Being in Azerbaijan for about 10 years, the Embassy of Switzerland has completed over 100 projects in Azerbaijan, both cultural and technical, which Philipp Stalder, the ambassador of Switzerland to Azerbaijan, says promotes the rapprochement of the two peoples. Azerbaijan and Switzerland celebrated 25 years of mutual relationship last year.
We have friendly, intensive and good relations between the two countries. There's a very dynamic rhythm of high-level visits. The two presidents every year since a few years meet in Davos at the March of the World Economic Forum. Of course, we have also questions we not always agree with each other, but overall we have a lot of common interests and joint projects together. So the two governments really cooperate very densely and in a very friendly way.
Authorized representatives of the Caspian states have come together in Ashgabat for a regular meeting to discuss the draft agreement on cooperation in transport. The participants of the meeting discussed issues related to the regional coordination of multimodal transport, development of technological schemes of interaction between different modes of transport, as well as synchronization of customs legislation, tariff policy, and simplification of procedures for registration of transit cargo. Sahil Babayev, Azerbaijan's newly appointed Minister of Labour and Social Protection of Population, says the ministry will ensure full transparency in all areas of labour and social protection of the people.
The ministry will ensure the proper implementation of tasks in the field of labour and social protection set by the head of state. We will ensure transparency in all areas. We will also improve legal framework and administrative proceedings in accordance with the most advanced international practices. Our activities will be based on a systematic approach and the principles of social justice.
Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations plans to launch 3 projects under the partnership program with Azerbaijan, come May, said Natavan Imanova, representative of FAO Coordination and Partnership Office in Azerbaijan, at the final seminar of the FAO's Development of Environmentally Friendly Agriculture and Institutional Capacities project, which ends in late April after 3 years. The project team worked hard to develop environmentally friendly agriculture in Azerbaijan for the next 7 years. The aim of the project is to improve living conditions and food security in rural areas by strengthening institutional capacity and using the principles of organic agriculture in the long term. And that was all from me today. Thank you for watching and don't miss tomorrow's edition with my colleague Sabina Hassanova. Have a wonderful evening.